For 3 million years, the Earth had been shaping something new. Not a beast of raw strength, nor a master of the skies, but a creature defined by its vulnerability and its stubborn will. This is the Pliocene epoch 3.2 million years ago. This is Africa, not the lush paradise of imagination, but a sun-baked canvas of endless, hostile savanna, where the only certainty is change, and the most precious commodity is silence. Look closely. What you see is the absolute origin of our journey. We are witnessing the time of Australopithecus afarensis, the generation that first truly stood upright, not for speed, but for efficiency, to see over the tall grasses, and to endure the unendurable. Our story begins in the depths of a brutal, unforgiving drought that has squeezed the life out of the continent, turning rivers into cracked scars and hope into dust. First, there is the silence of the earth. Then, the sharp, dry hiss of the wind. A short, powerful female Luma is hunched over a crack in the red earth. In her hand, she crushes a single, brittle hibiscus leaf, drawing a final, desperate burst of air from its fibers. This is the purity of skill, born not of knowledge, but of need. Her small, powerful feet, already evolved to carry her far, shuffle on the iron-hard ground. She carries a bundle of dry roots, all that remains of her tribe's scant reserve. This is the era of thirst. Water is life, but life is receding, drawing back into the depths, taking hope with it. The tribe, a small, exhausted group of perhaps 15 souls, moves slowly, burdened, across a landscape where the sun is a brutal, unrelenting judge. We can see the exhaustion in the broad shoulders of Kava, the tall, imposing male leader of the group, and the despair in the eyes of the others. The first cruel blow is delivered by the heat itself. An old male collapses, his mouth agape, his tongue dry, his breath a weak, desperate sound. The dry grit of the savanna is the last thing to touch his lips. Kava approaches the fallen elder, placing his hand on the brow in a primal gesture of comfort. A shared acknowledgement of the fight, the effort, and the final defeat. Strength must overcome pain, but Kava shakes his head. They cannot stop. They continue their march, circling the motionless body, leaving the silent tragedy to the dust. The cost of survival is absolute. Kava and Luma share a sharp, silent glance. Danger is not just in the air, it is in the dust. Luma's eyes, fierce and focused, spot a warning sign. The deep, fresh print of a large feline paw impressed in the sand. A great leopard, or perhaps a Dinofelis, is tracking them. Their desperate journey leads them to a brief sanctuary. A low, weathered cliff face, offering the thinnest sliver of shade. Labored, heavy panting fills the air. Survival prep is immediate. Luma, the pragmatist, carefully strips a piece of porous bark from a fallen log, a makeshift trough, a sponge. She prepares to apply her ancestral knowledge, heating a stone by wood friction, readying to crush water from tough, bitter roots. She sees another female cough, feverish, succumbing to the heat, helplessness in its purest form. Luma quickly finds a grayish-green leaf, crushing it into a paste and applying it to the feverish hominin's brow. Tiny acts of medicinal defiance against the vast power of the drought. Meanwhile, Kava gathers the strongest young males. They clutch sharp-edged cobbles, their new, defining tools, the technology of the old one. He gives the command with a low, guttural urgency. Go seek life. The hunting quartet moves out, their shadows long and thin. Kava halts, sniffing the air, the scent of fresh scat. He looks up. High above, stretched along a withered acacia branch, lies the great leopard. Its yellow coat is perfectly camouflaged in the heat haze. The standoff. Kava's eyes meet the leopard's. Both are starving, both are desperate. There is no moral code here, only the sharp principle of survival. The cat shifts its weight. A gentle, dry branch snap. Kava throws his razor-sharp cobble in a blur of focus speed. It narrowly misses the cat's head, embedding in the trunk with a decisive thud. The cat flinches, startled, and vanishes into the tall grass. A temporary, nerve-wracking victory. The relief is short-lived. The hunting quartet moves on, only to find a meager, black mud puddle, where Kava's own distorted reflection wavers in the thick, black sludge. Disappointment is a heavier weight than the sun. The tribe's fragile peace is shattered by a chorus of sudden, fierce screams. The surprise attack. A group of thin, aggressive rival Australopithecus afarensis, a desperate tribe of fire, bursts from the scrub. They want the shelter, the precious shade, the high ground. Primal combat erupts. Luma snarls, securing her precious root bundle in a safe crevice before snatching a heavy, broken branch. She is the protector. The battle is a brutal, chaotic flash of movement. With striking bone, furious gestures of rage. Drops of red liquid fall onto the dry sand, instantly absorbed by the thirsty earth. Kava and the hunting quartet hear the cries. They abandon the search for water and race back. Kava roars, the unmistakable alpha male's challenge. He slams his sharp Oldowan stone tool down onto the arm of the enemy leader with a sickening crack. The wounded enemy retreats, glaring back with raw hostility. Luma's tribe is battered, bruised, but whole. Victory through unity. As the sun sets, casting deep reds and purples across the exhausted landscape, Kava makes his decision. He leaves alone. He knows the tribe cannot last another day. This is the climax, the desperate journey.
We go now.
Kava follows a subtle, elusive scent the wind has been carrying. He moves past a massive, bleached mammoth skeleton, a chilling reminder of all life's vulnerability, until he spots the sign. An area of deep scooped earth, where larger, stronger animals had dug futilely for moisture. He begins to dig frantically, dry sand flying up around him, his ragged breathing filling the night. He digs over a meter deep. In vain, he slumps, ready to surrender to the void. But then, the image of Luma's fierce, protective eyes, and the tribe's absolute dependence, floods his mind. With one last surge of energy, he drives the stone cobble down hard. A sharp, powerful crack of stone hitting something wet.